Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena here in Peabody, Massachusetts. I am Bernard Parisi on the call for this Northeastern Conference matchup. Folks, let's just say if this were NBC, this game would probably be the NHL's Wednesday night rivalry game. We got the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders taking on the Peabody Tanners. First, to start off with the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders, they come into this game 5 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties. Their last game against Wilmington ended in a shutout 4-0 loss. They're looking to get back on track in this game versus a Tanner team that comes in 7-5-2. Their last game was a 3-1 win versus Medford High School. They've been on whenever they score this season, it seems like they keep scoring in bunches, especially with winger Sammy Mirasalo, number 8. We might see some action from her tonight. She has been on an absolute record scoring pace in this game this season so far. I don't have the stats for the Fenwick team at the moment. Factoids for these games, for this game. Fenwick this season seems like, from the trend based on their schedule, seems like once they get down in a hole early in the games, they seemingly can't get out. They've had a couple shutout losses this year, a couple close wins. The key for them, I think, they need to draw penalties early in offense so they can get power play chances. The Tanners in the last few home games that I've been calling, at least, they have been hurt by penalties, even though they have, I believe, a winning record in those games. Once they get some penalties, they seem to not be able to recover from those. Key for Peabody, I believe that they should get the puck to Sammy Mirasalo early. That top line of the Tanners has been absolutely explosive this season. That top line of sisters Sammy Mirasalo and Cassie Mirasalo, and also on wing, freshman Paige Thibodeau. And on defense, the top line pair has usually been Mae Norton and Carolyn Garofoli. One thing I compared the top line of this team earlier in the year was the top line of the Bruins. You got on defense two players that are very much similar to players like Charlie McAvoy and Zdeno Chara in terms of size and skill. Then you got on that first line, you got Paige Thibodeau. I compared her in many ways to Brad Marchand. She seems to be in the player in recent games, the one who's willing to go down into the corners, basically do the dirty work that most players would not want to do. Cassie Mirasalo on the center, she's the face-off master like Patrice Bergeron. She can get the passes up to any offensive player. She can score goals in her own right, too. And Sammy Mirasalo, I would compare her to David Pasternak. She is the speed, the skill, and she is, for the most part, the main goal scorer for this team. As a matter of fact, I've covered the last 5 home games. She has 8 goals. 8 goals in all her home games, many multi-goal games. Basically, Tanners get offense early, get early chances, dish the puck to their skilled players. Fenwick, they need to draw penalties early, and I think they need to really focus on playing tight defense early. They do not need to focus on their offensive game early, play tight defense, and eventually when they get their offensive chances, they should take advantage. In net, I believe, keys to the game right now, in terms of home ice advantage, this rink doubles as the home arena for both teams, Fenwick and Peabody. So really, the home ice advantage is basically a draw for both teams. But however, I believe Peabody has the edge in goaltending. In terms of the games that I looked up online, some of the scores that Fenwick has had, it seems like their goaltending situation is a little suspect. They have 2 sophomore goaltenders, Kaylin Wesley and Daphne Jalbert. But on the other side of the ice, with goaltenders like Jenny Collins and Abigail Buckley having almost a career season, she's at an increasingly high save percentage. I would give the advantage to the Tanners in this one. They just have the better goaltending situation. Coach Michelle Roach of the Peabody Tanners has complete confidence in her team. This is her 3rd year with the Tanners. I have to remember just a few years ago. Consider that this Tanner team, they almost lost their girls hockey program altogether. The team was not performing well. They almost dropped the program altogether, but now with the hiring of Michelle Roach, everything has seemingly turned around for the team. They're in a rebuilding phase, but so far they've taken advantage of every opportunity they could. They've recruited players from North Reading, from Linfield, from Peabody. I have to give it to the coach of the Peabody Tanners. Tremendous coaching job. I don't know much about the Fenwick team, about Coach Doug Anderson of Fenwick, but these two teams are without a doubt their rivals. This should be a very good game, as if both teams can take advantage of their opportunities and play tight defense. Those will be the keys to this game: tight defense and take advantage of your opportunities when you get them. We are live at the McVan O'Keefe Arena. I'm Bernard Parisi, and in a few moments we will bring you to the national anthem. And after that, we'll have first period action. Don't go anywhere, folks. Yep. Covered up there by a PVD player, number 9 of Fenwick. That is Jill Matucci taking it behind the boards. And folks watching at home, welcome back. We apologize here at PAT for the technical difficulties. We are 30 seconds into the first period. Puck in the PVD zone. Back behind go the Tanners to retrieve it. And Fenwick takes repossession of it. And Thibodeau hits someone into the boards. Her usual hard-hitting play. The ref's arms are up. And as if I believe they were signaling for icing. They will not get one, or offside. Taking it, dumping it in. Looks like Thibodeau tried to dump it into the corner. It bounced off the boards. and goes back to the Tanner defense. Back are the outstanding defensive pair of Mae Norton and Carolyn Garofoli. This one sent behind the Fenwick net. Kaylin Wesley, sophomore of Bishop Fenwick, is on the ice. Jen Flynn behind her own net. Behind the Crusaders net, twirling around a defender. Still holding possession, taking her time. As Fenwick will retake possession, number 18, Olivia Legiacono, takes it and sends it back into the neutral zone. The Tanners will dump it out to avoid an offside, as Fenwick will try to recoil, take possession back, but it will go back to behind the red line. And the Tanners are looking to escape the zone. And Jen Flynn, one-on-one in her skates. She tries to get around another defender. Shot goes into the chest of Wesley in net. So, folks, today's game is dedicated to Project Semicolon. Project Semicolon's goal is to raise awareness for mental health and mental illness. We thank them for their sponsorship of this game, as the puck is sent down the other end, and we'll have icing on Fenwick. And the Tanners will come back to the Fenwick zone for a face-off, so this will be a prime opportunity to jump out early. Now on the ice, number 8, Sammy Mirasolo. She has been the perennial scorer for this team. She has 8 goals in her last 5 home games alone. She's on record scoring paces. She's up for conference MVP at the moment. Thibodeau taking it, sends it back. Riley Ganter, wrist shot off of a Fenwick defender in front, in the crease. Oh! That could have been an opportunity for Mirasolo to pick up another. I think the ref may have thought the goaltender had the puck in her glove. It was live from this view up here in this broadcast booth, and Mirasolo is not happy. She looked like she wanted that one. And this face-off taken back by captain of Fenwick, number 13, Ali Jaguar. Fenwick moving quickly into the zone, trying to deke around Ganter. Shot goes just to the right. Abigail Buckley in net for the Tanners. She has an increasingly high save percentage on the year so far. She is a junior goalie, number 31. The Tanners in recent games, they've had an outstanding goaltending duo. They've had Abigail Buckley and Jen Collins basically on a goaltending timeshare. Collins has had a good season. This shot goes off the stick of Wesley in net, and captain number 13, Jaguar, takes it quickly back out, deking around number 21, Katie Purcell. No, that is Sarah Buckley. And Tanners try to get a chance there. Mirasolo almost had another breakaway. She has had a lot of breakaway opportunities this season so far, and for the most part, she has capitalized. She's got tremendous speed and very good deking ability around goaltenders. Jen Flynn, number 2 of Peabody, moves it quickly to center, through center ice. Tanners try to keep it in. Jess Robert loses track of the puck. Back to the neutral zone. Big race to get it. Garofoli using her reach to stick that one out of there and keep the Fenwick player off it. She takes it in behind her own net. Gives it up to Flynn off the boards. Flynn moving, charging straight up the middle. Trying to backhand it across, I believe. Backhanded in front. Oh! Comes off a Buckley stick. She was trying to get a snapshot on net there. Could not. Katie Purcell, number 21, the senior captain of Peabody, goes back behind their own net to retrieve as Fenwick makes a line change here. Peabody, for the most part this season, has relied heavily on the same 2 lines. Those 2 lines being Thibodeau and both Mirasolos on the first line, and then you've got Jen Flynn, Sarah Buckley, and Jess Robert on the second line. And here comes Sammy Mirasolo trying to get a shot away from no angle, cannot get it away. Fenwick dumps it behind their net, number 5, that is Gabby DeVerne, back to get it. Back behind. They send this one up ice. Peabody keeps it in. Riley Ganter. Back is Mirasolo, only a sophomore right now. She's on record scoring pace. This one is tipped, and ooh, just swinging her stick was Cassie Mirasolo and missing the puck. Paige Thibodeau, number 25, looking to get around a mountain of defenders along the boards. Big scrum near the penalty box in the Peabody zone. And Peabody takes it on out. They try to dump it back to Ganter. No, to Mirasolo. They move on in. Fenwick, wrist shot towards net, goes off of a Peabody stick. Tremendous defensive play by Captain Purcell. Sent back around the boards. And Peabody quickly moving in. Here comes Mirasolo. Ringing the post with the shot. Scramble in the front. The puck is still loose. Goaltender's out. Wrist shot. Save made. Goes wide. Tremendous opportunity. Tremendous confusion as well in front of the net. Peabody almost got it. And Fenwick sends it back down the ice. Intentional icing just to get a line change. So that was a huge opportunity for Peabody to jump on the boards early. Folks, we have a full house tonight. Both fan sections are full. Glad to see family, friends coming out to support their local team, Bishop Fenwick Crusaders and the Peabody Tanners. As this one goes back down the Peabody end. Calmly taking possession was Flinch. Tried to give it up ice to Sarah Buckley. Fenwick defenseman takes it. Shot goes right underneath the glove of Abigail Buckley in net. So folks, also tune in to Nesson tonight at 7. Your Boston Bruins will take on their original 6 rival, the Toronto Maple Leafs, at 7 at the Boston Garden, at the TD Garden in Boston. This one's banked off the boards. Flynn trying to retrieve. Back to get it is Jess Roberts. She had a goal in the last home game versus Marshfield. Flynn will dump it back to Norton. Norton trying to get it up ice to Flynn again. It looks like Jen Flynn has been in the middle of the action so far for Peabody. She's got plenty of ice time so far, as this will be icing on Peabody. Will come back to their own zone for a face-off. Fenwick wins the face-off. They try to wrist it. Flutters up high off the blocker of Buckley. Big scrum at the front, and the whistle will blow. She has it underneath. These two teams, like I said, if this was NBC, this would be the Wednesday night rivalry. It would be like Bruins Canadians on ice here in Peabody. Tapping her stick at the point is number 9, Jill Matucci of Fenwick, trying to call for possession. Wristed towards the front, flutters down in front of Buckley. She covers it up, and we'll have another face-off from the left wing side of the ice. Tanners make a line change. Buckley, Flynn, and Robert will come on. Peabody trying to get it out of their own zone. They have been on the defensive for an extended period of time. Fenwick, number 5, that is Gabby DeVerne taking it quickly. Wrist shot goes across the net and out. They dump it back behind. DeVerne is there to retrieve it. In front, they try to set it up in the slot. They have it, and it goes off of a defender in front. Flynn trying to recoil, take it quickly back up ice. Here they come. Jen Flynn moving around defenseman, tries the deke, gets an elbow in the face. No penalty will be called here. Stick tie up. Buckley falls down. Ooh, she could have gotten up and got possession of that one. Number 13, that will be Ali Jaguar taking it quickly out. Puck goes back into the neutral zone. Peabody will recoil to avoid an offside. Garofoli at defense, number 15, trying to dump it into the Fenwick zone. Tie up along the boards near the penalty box. Peabody quickly trying to move it out. Sammy Mirasolo using her trademark speed. Loses possession. It's still in the zone. Back to the neutral zone. Goes up high off of the bench. Number 14 of Fenwick, Rachel Boylan, will take it quickly out. Thibodeau trying to give it up to Mirasolo, who will race in to get it. But 14, Boylan will send it back out, tie up along the boards, trying for possession. As Fenwick moving quickly, may have an opportunity here. No. So offensive play broken up. Good defensive play by Cassie Mirasolo, number 13. And we'll have a face-off in the Peabody zone. The Mirasolo sisters, Cassie and Sammy, they combined for over 20 goals and 40 points last season. So far, I don't know the total that Sammy has on the year, but it looks like she will likely eclipse that total goal total alone this season. She is on a absolutely torrid scoring pace. I've only covered 5 home games this year, so she more than likely has many, many more goals. Jen Flynn quickly, she had an opportunity to give it across to Buckley. Tie up behind the boards, Jess Roberts sends it in front. Buckley looking for possession. They can't get it as Fenwick will look to take it out. Flynn quickly trying to move back to get on defense. This one sent back. Fenwick will make a change as Riley Ganter of Peabody goes back to retrieve it. Into the neutral zone, and they have an opportunity here. Here comes Jess Robert, deking, using her skills around the defenders, moving on in. Shot, just over the left shoulder of Wesley in net. Given back to Mirasolo. Trying to use her speed to deke around, cannot. This one will be taken out of the zone. As 15 McNeil will take it and send it back down. Mirasolo moving on into the zone again. Sends it across, and it is intercepted by the captain of Fenwick. On the receiving end of that pass was number 10, Amanda Blanchett, a senior forward. Getting it out, sending it towards net. The goaltender, Wesley, will stick it out. We'll give it to number 14, Boylan. Thibodeau, still deep in the zone, gets possession. Sends it across. Save made. Rebound still in there. And they get it out. This will go back down the length of the ice. There will be icing here, and we'll come back down to the Fenwick zone for a face-off. So both teams are making line changes now. Both teams trying to move up and down the ice quickly. Seems like they're taking turns moving, keeping possession in the zone. Peabody has it in the Fenwick zone for a while, then Fenwick has it in the Peabody zone for a while. Both teams fighting for their offensive opportunities. Purcell looking to keep it in, cannot, gets Byer. Sent back down. Peabody trying to get it out, looks like they will. Here comes Flynn, up high, off the glass, glove down. Here comes Robert, stick tie up, cannot get it, out of net is Wesley. She's playing very dangerous game, staying out of net, shot off the mask, rebound, she's out of the net, cannot get there though. Peabody had a tremendous opportunity there. They will send it back down. Buckley will just deke it back to her defenders. Ganter looking to take it out as both teams will make line changes. This will not be icing. Back behind is Cassie Mirasolo. Sammy intercepts. In front, shot goes just over the net. Cassie trying to get it out. Matucci trying to get it out of there. Both Mirasolos are on her. Falling down goes Matucci. They try to get it out, and it looks like they will send it back down the length of the ice. And we'll have yet another icing on Fenwick as we will get more line changes here. The Thibodeau-Mirasolo line will go off. And they will keep Norton and Garofali on. So folks, we are live on Channel 8 Peabody. This game brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunications. I'm Bernard Parisi. I've got Gus Margota down on camera as Fenwick sends it back down, and the Tanners trying to get it out. Back to get it is their big sophomore defenseman, Carolyn Garofali. Gives it up to Flynn. Flynn trying to hold it in. Jess Robert tied up behind, trying to get it out. Fenwick playing very good defense so far. Just their goaltender needs, I think their Wesley needs to focus on staying more in net. She's venturing out of the crease a lot to play the puck when it is in her own zone, and she's got a mountain of Peabody players behind her. Back behind, Thibodeau and Mirasolo will come on. Whacked at the front. Big scrum, and Thibodeau couldn't get it on net. Sticks up high. Purcell, wrist shot. Ooh. Diving save made by Wesley. So I've noticed so far, it looks like Coach Michelle Roach at Peabody, she's been changing up the lines a little bit. Instead of having the Thibodeau-Mirasolo line out with Norton and Garofali, she looks like she's trying them out with Riley Ganter and Katie Purcell on defense. Wrist shot. Oh, that was a scorching wrist shot that just went wide. Purcell sends it back behind again. Both Mirasolos are there. In to retrieve, keeping it in was Riley Ganter. Mirasolo gives over to her sister, Cassie Mirasolo. Sticked away. Would have went across the crease. Losing possession is Fenwick along the boards. Big hit there. Falling down goes Cassie Mirasolo, one of the captains. This one is sent back up. Ganter just trying to keep it away from the Fenwick offensive player. Mirasolo with a big chance here. She has the speed, loses possession, comes off of her stick, across the crease, and ooh, this was almost deflected off of a Fenwick player into her own goal. Boylan could have got it in there. Thibodeau tied up along the boards. It's in her skates. Purcell trying to give it back. Thibodeau deking it in front. Falling down goes Wesley. Crusaders look to get it out. This is back into the neutral zone. We have 45 seconds left here in the first period. We're moving quickly. Back behind the net goes Buckley. Fed in front. Oh, what a save by Wesley. That was in the air. She reached up and snatched it out of the air. It looks like Buckley was there to try to swing her stick at it. Could not get it in. And we'll have a face-off at the left wing side of the Fenwick zone. No, the right wing side of the Fenwick zone. It looks like Sammy Mirasolo almost came on the ice at the face-off. Almost had. If she hadn't gone off, they may have had a too many men on the ice penalty, and we would have gone into the second period with Fenwick on a power play, as we have under 30 seconds left in the period. Losing her stick is Robert. She's just trying to kick the puck out of there. Well, even when you don't have your stick, folks, do whatever you can to try to help your team. Slap shot. Oh, diving it out of the crease. Oh, it goes across the crease and out. Tanner's had an opportunity there. Once again, Wesley playing a little too aggressive there. 2-1. We go to the first intermission here at the McVan O'Keefe Arena. No score, but we've had tremendous high-paced play so far. 0-0, no penalties. Both teams taking advantage of their opportunities. I don't think Buckley's made that many saves so far in net. It's been Sammy Mirasolo and Jen Flynn so far that have provided most of the sparks for the Tanners offense. That hopefully going into the second period, both teams look like they have heavy momentum. They're going to look to carry that into the second period. We will be right back from the McVan O'Keefe Arena here in Peabody, Massachusetts. Folks, do not go anywhere. We are in for a heck of a matchup here today. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena here in PVD, Massachusetts. Just been informed that anyone watching at home, we apologize. We did not realize that sound was coming through, but picture was not. But right now we have no score going into the second period. There's a penalty currently on the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders that I was not aware of. And it looks like the usual top line of PVD will come on. As Fenwick moves it quickly into the zone. Shot. Nope, it is taken back by Peabody. Paige Thibodeau moving it quickly up ice again. Deking around defenders, gives it back to May Norton. Shot. Oh, diving. No, it went off of a defender in front. So we are working with, here at PVD Access Telecommunications, we're working with a new setup now. We have a robotic camera set up above the penalty box. That is what is broadcast in this game at the moment. As Peabody, Mirasolo gets Byer. Norton back to retrieve it. Peabody behind their own net. They look to get it out. Sammy Mirasolo looks like she got a little ahead of that one. Almost lost possession. Gives to her sister, Cassie, number 13. As Fenwick will kill this penalty off, they'll try to send it back down the length of the ice with 12 seconds left on this power play for Peabody. Mirasolo moving it into the zone. Shot goes up high, but it is still gloved by Wesley in net. So Peabody will make a complete line change here. Flynn, Buckley, and Robert will come on with Purcell and Ganter. Tie up on the face-off. Peabody trying to get it in front. Falling down was Buckley, though, as the Crusaders send it back down the length of the ice. And we'll have an icing call. One by Ganter, shot, rebound goes loose, and it is covered up by Wesley. Fenwick will make some changes on their line. Buckley has been facing more shots this period. Purcell, wrist shot, sliding save by Wesley. So Peabody is now starting to put more and more pressure on Wesley and net. The Crusaders just have to try to get the puck out of their zone. Problem is, every time they do, it seems like there's been an icing call on them, and it will bring the faceoff back to their own zone. Purcell trying to get it out. No, that was not Purcell. I believe that was Thibodeau. Flynn behind the net to tied up there by a few Fenwick defenders. Robert falls down. Fenwick looking to take their chances up ice, moving quickly. Shadowed by Garofoli. Wrist shot in front. Save made. Buckley rebounds. And it will be cleared out by Flynn, who sends it up. But it is intercepted by the defense. And Buckley will glove it underneath and will have his face off. Mirasolo behind the net. The puck just seemingly stopped right there. Hit a rough patch of ice maybe. Thibodeau tied up there by Fenwick defender. She has been in large parts the enforcer for this team. She has been very aggressive with her puck handling skills and her skating ability. She's always going down into corners to retrieve pucks where players, most of them wouldn't want to go. Back to the defenseman of Fenwick. Almost lost possession. Cassie Mirasolo almost had a breakaway. And Looks like we will have a penalty call on Peabody. So they'll send their best scoring player, Sammy Mirasolo, to the box for 2 minutes. So Fenwick will go to the power play. So this penalty kill unit has been kind of an Achilles heel for the Tanners so far in games that I've covered at least. Thibodeau, Deke getting it away, moving quickly, trying to deke around, loses possession. Mirasolo almost touched the puck, realized it would have been offsides, and it will go back behind the red line. Thibodeau needs to get back up ice quickly or else it'll be a 5-on-3. Flipping it up over. Back behind the net goes Purcell, the senior captain, number 21. Thibodeau. It goes back down the length of the ice. Purcell and Mirasolo will go off. No, Purcell looks like she thought twice about that one. Decides to stay on the ice as the rush was coming up quickly. This shot, oh, good glove save. This one goes up over the net above the goaltender. So great defensive play by Peabody there, or else that would have been a perfect shot on goal. So we have 1:05 left on this power play for Fenwick. Fenwick looking to give it back to their defenseman. Playing tic-tac-toe, shot, Buckley saves it, and there was a scramble, almost the opportunity was Fenwick, but Peabody able to get it out. So Buckley not only had help from her own pads, but also from her fellow defenseman. Just narrowly avoiding an offsides here. Garofoli sticks it out of the zone into the neutral zone. 36 seconds left to go on this power play for Fenwick. Jess Roberts sends it back down. This one will kill off some more time. Wesley coming dangerously out of net when she had a Peabody player near her. Fenwick looking for one last chance here with 15 seconds left to go. Moving on in, shot goes off the chest of Buckley, pulls it into her glove with her stick, and we'll have a face-off. Looks like Wesley so far, I guess best comparison to her, former NHL goaltender Ron Hextall. He was always known for coming out of the crease and playing the puck aggressively. That has been her game so far. Face-off won by Peabody. Looking to just dump it out of the zone maybe just one more time with 4 seconds left on this power play. It's off of a defender. They've killed it off, but it's still in the Peabody zone. Fenwick defenseman goes back to get it, keeps it in. Falling down, loses possession, slap shot up high, still in the Peabody zone. Shot goes into Purcell's stick, off the glass, still kept in. They're creating a wall at the blue line, preventing this puck from going back into the neutral zone. Purcell being very patient. Peabody has been very patient with their passing and their shooting today. Shot off the elbow of Wesley and net. Cassie Mirasolo looking to give it back to Purcell. She dives to keep it in, does not though. Just narrowly avoided a tripping call there. Sent back in. No icing here. Norton and Garofoli come back on. Kept in by Garofoli. Tied up there. Behind the net goes number 14 of Fenwick. Along the boards, Sammy Mirasolo holding behind her own net. Backhanded in front, save made, rebound, Tanner score! On the rebound! Tanners jump out 1-0 here in the second period with 8:28 left. Not sure who got the goal. There was tremendous confusion in front of the net, but someone must have directed it in. But the Tanners jump up 1-0 here in the second period. Flynn jumping off the face-off, trying to get it. Jalberg playing I apologize, Wesley playing a dangerous game. Almost had another shot go in. Crusaders looking to recoil quickly. Shot flutters down just in front of Buckley, but will go back into the corner. Tied up there. Garofoli looking to send it out. Flynn losing track of it, but she retakes possession. No offside, no icing here. Robert going down to the corner, spinning around her as a Fenwick offensive winger. Fenwick looking to take it quickly. Captain number 10, that is Amanda Blanchett. Shot, you could hear that hit the boards probably in the next town over. Buckley loses track of it. It is sent back behind the net. Deke dumping it in front. No one is there. They were making a line change. As Norton will go back to retrieve it. Thinks twice about going one way, goes the other. Shot. Ooh, gotten out of there. Ganter just narrowly got it away. And that is Jess Robert keeping it away from a Fenwick player. This one is gloved underneath. It's like a little extracurricular activity there between Ganter and I believe it's number 18, Olivia Legiacono. Face-off won by Peabody. Mira Solo almost had a breakaway wrist shot, goes off of the blocker of Buckley and wide. Purcell will take it back behind her net. Goes back the other direction. Thibodeau tied up along the board. She'll try to give it up to Mira Solo at center ice. She almost dekes around one defender, falls down on the stick tie-up. Peabody trying to keep it in. It goes back to neutral zone, moving quickly through. Again is Fenwick. Crusaders. Oh, dangled. Shot. Purcell down on her face, trying to block that one. She is successful in doing so. That proves the heart of Katie Purcell right there. She'll do anything to stop that puck from getting to the net. Here comes number 8. Mirasolo's shot goes off of a defender in front of the net. Purcell banks it off the boards. Thibodeau trying to retrieve it. Purcell holding. Glove down by Thibodeau. Behind, in front, Thibodeau shot. Oh, goes over the net into the boards. Ganter is on, picking up her stick as Thibodeau. Mirasolo trying to backhand it in front, hoping someone's there. That would have been an open ice. Puck would have gone down the length of the ice. Here comes Ganter again to try to dump it behind. So Mirasolo not playing with her usual line right now. She will finally come off, and Buckley and Flynn will come on with Norton and Garofoli. Tanner's looking to keep it in. Fenwick, they've only got one man back. Here comes Fenwick. Wrist shot. Glove saved by Buckley. 5:07 left in the second period. Both teams trying to move up and down the ice in a hurry here in this game. Face-off won by Fenwick. They will send along the boards. Garofoli is there as Robert sticks it out. Jen Flynn will send it up to senior Sarah Buckley. Buckley shadowed heavily by a defender. Peabody still holding possession, falling down. She is being played physically by Fenwick so far. Looks like the defenders are keying on Sarah Buckley so far, knowing she, for the most part, is the key to most of the offensive rushes for this line. Flynn to retrieve, trying to send it in front. It was off of the skates of number 14 of Fenwick. Buckley is waiting in front. Oh, and almost with a shot, with a chance there. Wrist shot. Covered by Wesley. And we will have a stoppage of play as the Mirasolo Thibodeau line will come on, and Purcell and Ganter will go on. So we are live here on PBD Channel 8 from the McVan O'Keefe Arena. A 1-0 game with 4:18 left. Face-off won by Peabody. Tie up there between Sammy Mirasolo. Purcell keeping it in the zone. Gives over to Thibodeau. Shadowed heavily. She goes down along the boards. Mirasolos are playing catch. This backhanded goes off and wide. Ooh, and almost, if there was a Peabody player there, that would have been a perfect open net shot. Ganter will send it back up to Mirasolo. Trying to keep it in, they could not. Cassie gives up to Sammy. Here they come. Shoots, goes off a defender. And Wesley lost track of the puck there, but gets it out. Thibodeau trying to keep it in the zone. The Crusaders moving past center ice, giving it across. Shot off of Buckley's pads and out. Tied up along the boards. That one rolled along the glass. As Fenwick will try to set up a rush here. Peabody was looking for a change. They'll get a line change here as the Mirasolos will go off. Buckley, Robert, and Flynn are on. Crusaders trying to move it out of their own zone again. Here they come. Wrist shot right into the chest of Buckley. You could hear that from up here. So we have 2:19 left here in the second period. It is a 1-0 game for Peabody. Shot goes through. Crusaders jump out and tie it up. Looks like, I think Buckley may have been screened. It looks like she just lost track of it because they went right through the 5-hole between her legs. And the Crusaders tie it up at 1 with 2:14 right off the face-off. This game is not over yet. We got 2:14 left in the second period. It is 1-1. Face-off won by Fenwick. Crusaders trying to deke around Peabody. They're moving with some speed now. Moving on in, one-on-one. Shot goes off of Purcell. Rebound, oh, and it just went wide. Sent back down. Mirasolo will go back to get it. Moving back up and down the ice quickly now. This will, I believe, be icing on Fenwick, and we will have a face-off in their own zone. 1:38 left. 1-1 game here in the second period. This game brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunications on Channel 8 Peabody. We have a full house here tonight. All fan sections are jam-packed. The boards are lined with fans. Shot went in on the face-off. Peabody goes up. I think it may have been Flynn who got it. Peabody immediately, less than a minute later, takes a 2-1 lead. I think it was Jen Flynn they were celebrating with. I believe she will be credited with the goal. Ganter, they have kept the same line out. They just scored the goal. Flynn trying to keep it in. Ooh, almost had another chance there. So, yep, the goal will be credited to number 2, Jen Flynn. 2-1 Peabody with 1:13 left in the second period. Buckley keeping possession, gives it back to Flynn. Buckley has to recoil, go quickly back to the corner to retrieve it. Robert will try to keep it in also. Big stick tie up there. Flynn shadowing the defender who gives it up. This will come to the neutral zone. Ganter and Purcell are back on defense. 50 seconds left in the second period. Purcell banks it off the boards around a Fenwick defender. That was number 19, Shannon Nagy. Ganter, as Fenwick was making a line change, but the Fenwick player goes in quickly to get it. That's number 5, Gabby DeVerne, in front, shot. Tremendous confusion. Purcell comes out of the scrum with the puck. 20 seconds left in the period. Fenwick gets it out. They have it in the neutral zone, looking for one more chance. Oh, and they almost had a breakaway if they could retain possession. Mirasolo, Fenwick keeps it in. Norton back behind her net with 5 seconds left, just trying to get it out. 2-1. And we come to the second intermission. It is 2-1 Peabody. Less than a minute after Fenwick tied it up, the Tanners jump out on a goal by Jen Flynn. We are in for probably a highly action-packed third period here from the McVan O'Keefe Arena. Once again, it is 2-1 going into the third period. This game brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunications. We are also live on PAT.com, and we are also live subscribe to the Peabody Access Telecommunications YouTube channel. We are live on there as well. I'd like to thank Gus Margota down on the camera. We will be right back with third period action here from the McVan O'Keefe Arena. We'll see you then, folks. Welcome back to the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena in Peabody, Massachusetts. Zamboni is just finishing paving over the ice. We are set for third period action here. Peabody Tanners are out 2-1 lead. They scored 2 goals on the sticks of Cassie Mirasolo and Jen Flynn. They jumped out 1-0, and then Fenwick came back and quickly tied it up off a face-off from a big wrist shot from the point by one of their defensemen. I was not able to figure out who got the goal, but less than a minute later, there were a big scrum at the front of the Fenwick net, but Jen Flynn, the puck ended up on her stick, and she flipped it by Wesley in net for Fenwick, number 1, and that set the stage for a heck of a third period. Both teams are quickly moving up and down the ice once they get into a rhythm. Once they get into a rhythm, they seem to be moving. They start moving quickly, and they get tremendous offensive chances. But also, both teams are playing tremendous defense as well. Looks like both teams are now starting to come back onto the ice. The Peabody girls team just came out of their locker room. Keys to the third period, I'd say, probably try to get the puck to the players they know can score. And so far, that's been Flynn and Mirasolo. Very unlike the Tanners to see Sammy Mirasolo has not cracked the scoreboard yet. She has numerous multi-goal games this season. She's got 8 in her last 5 home games. Really, it's just a matter of time. We're waiting to see if she can get on the board. But I'm sure Peabody's not complaining. They got a 2-1 lead. But Fenwick, they clearly have shown tremendous resilience coming off face-offs. They got their only goal on a face-off. They've shown great resilience. They have just come out of their locker room. Folks, do not go anywhere. This game is brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunications on Channel 8 Peabody. This game is also being broadcast live on the Peabody Access Telecommunications website and also on the PAT. Subscribe to the PAT YouTube channel. This game is being broadcast live there as well. Thank you to Gus Margota down on the camera. We have our new RoboCam, which is set up on top of the penalty box. If you ever come down to the rink, check it out. It actually is pretty cool. The nets just need to be set up. Both teams are waiting to come on the ice. And, folks, we will be underway in just a moment. Also, just a little side note, folks. Shout out to my mother at home. She is watching the game and texting me at this very moment saying, I see you on camera. Thank you for your support, Mom. This is my first live game. All right, folks, this is a rivalry game right now. Fenwick and Peabody, over the last couple of years, have showed up to be pretty big rivals. This will be the last meeting of these two teams until according to this schedule, until the Carlin Cup on February 19th, first day of February break for students. They will play each other that day at 11 o'clock here at the McVan O'Keefe Arena. This doubles as the home rink for both teams as we are back with action here in the third period. Peabody trying to get it in the Fenwick zone. Losing possession goes Fenwick. They get it out. Peabody at center ice trying to get it. Nope, it will go back into the zone for Fenwick. They look to set up an offensive opportunity. And here comes, who else? Sammy Mirasolo moving on in, shot. Oh, and wrist wide. She knew she could have had one. You could see her face from up here. She was so upset that she didn't get that one. She looks to recoil it, but Fenwick will take it out. Kept in. Mirasolo gives it up. Oh, Wesley trying to sprawl out of the crease, tripping Thibodeau. No penalty there. Here they come. That's Fenwick. DeVerne trying to get around Purcell. Purcell takes it back. And Peabody will look to get it out. Here comes Thibodeau. Freshman dumps it around the board. She will go off with both Mirasolos. Flynn, who got the lead goal so far in this game, she trying to get it. She falls down. Swinging your stick at air. Buckley booms one player off the puck. Purcell looking to keep it in. Flynn in front. Shot goes off the skate up high off of a glove. It is bouncing all over the place so far. Purcell shot goes into the skates of number 10, Amanda Blanchett. Fenwick, number 8, Madeline Williams, a senior, dumps it in. Purcell trying to keep it away. Both teams playing keep away with the puck. It has been bouncing all over the place so far. Number 3, Riley Ganter, behind her net trying to set up a breakout play. Banks it off the boards for Buckley, who sends it back down the length of the ice for an intentional icing just to get a line change. So the Mirasolo-Thibodeau line will come on. We'd love to see a goal out of Sammy Mirasolo to continue her scoring pace. So Kaylin Wesley, sophomore, has been playing a very aggressive game in net. I think maybe she should consider maybe changing styles a little bit, staying in the crease, because so far it's 2-1. Peabody sent back down the length of the ice, trying to get there, and it will be icing. So Mirasolo was starting to show her trademark speed there, but couldn't get to the puck fast enough. Faceoff comes to the right wing side of the Peabody zone. So it was a goal on a screen for Fenwick. Abigail Buckley just never saw the puck coming by the time she went down in the butterfly. The puck was already by her. Mirasolo trying to get on by. Sprawling out of the crease to dive at it. I don't know why they're looking for a stoppage of play there. They'll have a face-off in their own zone. They should have let that puck just keep going along to the boards, because the play would have continued, and it looked like Fenwick had a chance at clearing it out. As some confusion along the Peabody bench, who's going on, who's coming off. Kept in by Peabody. Whacking her stick is Cassie Mirasolo. Purcell. Shot, nope, just gives it over. Sammy Mirasolo into the glove of Wesley. So far in the games I've covered this year, folks, I haven't seen a goaltender play as aggressive as Kaylin Wesley has so far. She's been diving out of the crease for it. Like I said earlier, I compare it to Ron Hextall, former Philadelphia Flyers goaltender, always known for willing to go out of the crease and basically act as a third defenseman. Fenwick taking it quickly up, trying to deke around the defenders. They could not get it around. This one sent along the boards. A little confusion there. Thibodeau looks like she lost track of the puck. I think it may have got stuck in her gear there for a second. They move it quickly. Fenwick trying to move it back in. Shot gloved by Buckley. Seen a lot of players fall down so far in this game. A lot of players lose possession of the puck simply because it bounces. I think the ice might be a little more rough than usual because, you know, without a flat surface, that puck will just bounce all over the place and you can't keep possession. Peabody, Flynn, I believe that's Flynn moving quickly. Oh, losing strip to the puck from behind. She moves into the slot. Backhander in front. Gotten out. Sarah Buckley in to get it. Jess Robert is there. Robert back to Garofoli. Trying to get some open ice. Wrist shot. Oh, glove down and it will go back. This one is given up to the defensive Peabody. Buckley was trying to move it into the zone, get a chance there. You can compare the goaltending style of Kaylin Wesley to that of like a stand-up goaltender, a style of goaltending that is pretty much extinct now It was pretty much became obsolete by the mid-'70s in the NHL. It was the popular stance there. Disadvantage is you can't really cover any particular angle of the net. You just hope that you can rely on reflexes. Shot goes off of her pads. Rebound. You could hear that save in the next town over. That was so loud off of her pads. Losing possession. Oh, she thought she still had it. Mirasolo taking advantage. Shot goes deflected and wide. Oh, what a mental error by Fenwick there. She kept going as if she had the puck. She thought she still had it. And Peabody jumped on it, but it was just deflected wide. Sammy Mirasolo, I think Fenwick so far, they've been trying to shut down Mirasolo. That's what they've been trying to do. She has it. Wrist shot goes wide. And if that's what they've been trying to do, they've been very successful at it. They know she's the main scoring threat. Wrist shot goes off of someone's pads and sent back down. Purcell racing to get it. Purcell loses her stick along the boards. Mirasolo sends it into the offensive zone, into the Fenwick zone. Here comes Flynn. Nope, that was Ganter who dumps it along the board. She thought she had a chance there. And Wesley will come out, falling down along the boards. We've only seen 2 penalties tonight, 1 on each team. Kept in by Peabody. Wrist shot goes towards Wesley and net. And Robert was racing in to get it, could not get there. We'll have another face-off. Shot wide as Robert was looking to get it on net there. Trying to flip it back. Looks like she fell down. You could hear her helmet hit the boards. She gets up, though, and she's skating quickly back up ice, trying to avoid an offside. Here comes Flynn. Shadowed by defender. Out of the crease, and she can't get it. In front, she's out of her net. She throws Flynn down to the ice. No penalty there. There should have been a call there, folks. She literally bear-hogged Jen Flynn and absolutely threw her down to the ice. Folks, I know this is being broadcast live to all of Peabody, but I have to say right now, that was a very dirty and dangerous play there. Peabody will hopefully use that as, well, maybe use that as a spark for the rest of the game. Flynn looking to take it back up ice quickly. Trying to get around a couple defenders, could not. This will go behind Mirasolo looking to get it. Fenwick looking to move it quickly back up ice. Tied up along near the penalty box by Cassie Mirasolo. Norton gives it over to, Garofoli gives it over to Norton. Here comes Sammy Mirasolo. Loses track of it, trying to get it into the zone. It is on the stick of a Fenwick defender the whole time. Here comes Cassie Mirasolo, the first goal scorer for Peabody. Stick tie up. Trying to push her off the puck so she can get out of there. It looks like it was DeVerne and Norton, or Garofoli there on the stick tie up. Ref's whistle blows. I believe this will be an offside. Face off in the, looks like a couple players conferring with the officials. And Coach Doug Anderson sharing a few words with the official. He does not look happy at the moment about something. And this faceoff will come to the Fenwick zone. There is a player in the box. So Peabody is on a power play. Held in Shot into the stick of a Fenwick defender. They move it quickly up center ice. 15, McNeil, shot wide. And it is going to be a face-off in the Peabody zone. Peabody making a line change. Thibodeau, Mirasolo's line will come off. They win the face-off, comes off of the stick of Robert. Robert looking to give it up ice to Flynn. She will have to race in to avoid an icing. Stick tie up, she avoids an icing. Power play opportunity. Almost sticked out of the air by Buckley. Purcell looking to move up center ice, gives it up to Flynn. Flynn has someone in front. Just too many defenders there. She will give it on back to Ganter on defense. Robert will give over. Number 9 of Fenwick, that is Jill Matucci, will send it back. Robert tied up there along the boards. Ganter gives it over. Shot, scramble at the front, and it will go wide. 45 seconds left to go on this power play. Buckley will look over to get it with Purcell. Purcell dumps it behind. Robert trying to get it. Goes off of a defender's skates. Over to get it is Robert. 23 seconds left to go on the power play with 5:32 left here in the regulation. Flynn looking to get some open ice, get it away from the defender. Moving on in around up front. Goes off of the stick of Wesley. Back to Buckley. Shot! Oh, what a save by Wesley. Cassie Mirasolo with her sister Sammy and Paige Thibodeau on the ice now with that big top line with Garofoli and Norton. Slap shot goes off of a defender's stick in front. Norton will give it back to Mirasolo. Thibodeau looking to keep possession, almost does. This will send back down the length of the ice, and it will not be icing. Ref's arm was up, but the Peabody player realized it was not going to get to the boards, and she got there quickly. Here comes Cassie Mirasolo. She did not know she had open ice behind her. Sammy in the middle, shot, backhander, save made, rebounds, big scrum at the front of the net. And it is kept out. Garofoli, the big defenseman back there, looking to keep it in. They cannot. Garofoli will send it back to Norton, who gives it up to Mirasolo. She moves quickly on in, comes off her stick, and stick tie up. All players losing track of the puck there. 4:06 left. This one will come down to the wire. It's only a 1-goal game. Thibodeau trying to get around a defender. Freshman winger sends it spinning around multiple players. Back to Garofoli into Robert's skate. Looks like they're trying to make a change. Shot right off the glove of Wesley, falling down along the boards. Flynn has a defender on top of her. Looks like Flynn takes a shot at a defender. Ref didn't see it though. Garofoli sends it. Intercepted there by number 9, Jill Matucci of Fenwick. Shot just wide to the right of Wesley. Back to Garofoli. Norton has to race back. She's shattered by defender. Breakaway shot. What a save by Buckley. stopping a breakaway opportunity. That may have been the biggest chance Fenwick has to tie it. So we have 3:06 left here in the game. 2-1 Tanner's lead. Big tie up on the faceoff. Won by Fenwick though. They try to get a shot. Here comes Sammy Mirasolo. Moving quickly back up ice. Pushes off a defender. She's looking to keep her scoring streak alive. Shot off the outside of the net. In front, Cassie's shot goes blocked by a defender. This one goes back down the length of the ice. Ganter in a foot race with number 15, Lexi McNeil, to get there. She wins the race. Sticks tied up in the air. This one is trapped under the glove of Buckley in net. .226 left in the game. 2-1 lead here in the third period. And we will have, I believe, a timeout. Both teams will go to their benches to confer with their coaching staff. So folks, once again, this game brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunications. We are being broadcast live on Channel 8 Peabody. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, PAT. We were broadcasting it there. And also on PAT's website, we should be broadcasting live there as well. Next games after this, Peabody will take on Oakmont at the Iorio Arena at Cushing Academy on February 7th on a Wednesday at 6:30. And Fenwick their next matchup will be against Wakefield here at the McVan O'Keefe Arena February 4th, Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. Both teams will now retake the ice. The fans are really getting into it right now. We have a jam-packed capacity crowd right now. Fans are lining the boards to get a glimpse at this game. The fan sections are full. This is the home rink for both teams after all, as Fenwick in the slot, shot off the pad of Buckley, tremendous save. Trying to wrist it towards the front. It is gotten out. Here come the Tanners. Ganter sends it down the length of the ice. In to get it is Sarah Buckley, number 23, a senior captain of the Peabody Tanners. Falling down, wrist shot, oh, and almost poked through. It is gloved by Wesley. Mirasolo will be in on the face-off. Won by the Fenwick Crusaders. They send it back down the length of the ice, racing to get it. Back into tie-up along the boards. Cassie Mirasolo sticks it out. It is kept in the zone, though. Falling down, and it is covered by Buckley, and the ref giving warnings to both Peabody and Fenwick players. We've got 1:36 left in the game. Empty net at the other end. Goaltender Wesley is at the bench. Shot wide. Peabody just trying to get it out of the zone. Back down the length of the ice. Ref's arm is up. This will be icing. 6 attackers are on for the Crusaders. 1:20 left. 2-1 game. last 120. With that goalie pulled, this could be what could feel like the longest portion of the game. And we'll get a timeout called, and both teams will go to the benches to talk it over with their coaches. So, they need to talk it over. One wrong bounce in this game, and next thing you know, it could be a tie game. It could be a 3-1 game. All it takes is one weird bounce by that puck. The ice, after almost 15 minutes, that ice is going to be choppy, so it could take any bounce, whichever way. Folks, don't forget tomorrow, I hope everyone listening to this game are Patriots fans. Tomorrow, the New England Patriots will take on the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl 52. Tune in to NBC. They will be broadcasting the game. Also, tonight at 7, the Boston Bruins will take on the Toronto Maple Leafs, their original 6th rival, at 7 o'clock at the TD Garden in the north end of Boston. Usually with the home team with the lead at the Garden, you'd be hearing shipping up to Boston right now, trying to pump up both teams, pump up the crowd. Won by Fenwick, wrist shot into someone's skates. Peabody trying to clear it, Fenwick trying to keep it in the zone. They got 1:13 left. In the middle, defensively won. Take it quickly back. Here comes Sammy Mirasolo. Looking for it, loses possession, stripped to the puck. Peabody just trying to get it back into the zone. Tie up along the boards. Number 5 of Fenwick. DeVerne trying to give it over. 48 seconds to go. Back up ice. Icing will be called. They will have to put their goaltender back on for just a few seconds until they can clear the zone. So we'll go back to a 5-on-5. So the top line is out. Mirasolo on the faceoff. Fenwick wins it. Gonna wrist it down the ice. In to get it. This will be another icing. Faceoff will come back to Fenwick's zone. Goaltender was halfway to the bench. She comes back. Wesley back in net. So the Mirasolo line is still out. Won by Fenwick behind their net. 31 to go. Goaltender to the bench. Extra attackers on. They move on in. 15. Moving it in. Wide of the net. Shot. Scrambled at the front. It is covered by Buckley. Big scrum in front. Buckley got it underneath, though. So we have 14.5 seconds left to go. Folks, the biggest 14.5 seconds of the season for both teams. This game crucial to their tournament chances. Fenwick gives it back. It will go out of the zone. They have to recoil with 8 to go. They move it quickly back in. 15, 3, 2, 1. Shot. What a save by Buckley. Rebounds. That was the save of the season, perhaps. That probably saved playoff chances for Peabody. The Tanners win 2-1. So Jen Flynn on the game-winning goal in the second period. The Tanners will win 2-1. Folks, it was overall a very close game. It got very physical near the end. Both teams took advantage of their rushes. Goal scorers tonight for the Tanners, that will be Jen Flynn and Cassie Mirasolo. I'm not sure who scored for Fenwick. But folks, we were in for a heck of a game, and folks, I hope you got that heck of a game you were hoping for. This rivalry game comes to a close. Peabody wins 2-1. They've climbed to 8-5-2 on the year. That's all from the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena. I'm Bernard Parisi with Peabody Access Telecommunications. Thank you to them for broadcasting this game live. We will see you next time on Peabody Access TV.